Paris. A golden ball lifted over his head. The best player on the planet, and his name is Ousmane Dembele. For years the world called him a waste, fragile, finished before he started. So how did the wasted one become number one? He is a forward who can beat you with either foot, genuinely, impossibly two-footed. And for a long time, that was the tragedy. Because the most gifted feet in Europe kept breaking down. Watch for what's coming. A €140 million price tag turned into a curse. A false nine nobody saw coming. And a night in Munich that answers everything. But first, the boy from Vernon. Born the 15th May 1997 in Vernon, in Normandy. A family of Malian, Senegalese and Mauritanian heritage. Small town, quiet streets, restless feet. By 2015 he is at Rennes, a teenager tearing through Ligue 1 defenders without fear, without a plan you could read. He goes left, he goes right, and the defender still guesses wrong. Scouts start filling notebooks. This one won't stay long. One season of senior football, that's all it took. And Borussia Dortmund come calling for the kid nobody could contain. 2016, Dortmund. The stage where Europe would fall in love, and the world would first ask how good this really was. And in one dazzling season, he answers. He glides through the Bundesliga like the pitch is tilted in his favour. Left foot, right foot, it makes no difference. He scores, he creates, he humiliates fullbacks who have no side to show him. Goals and assists pour out of a teenager, yellow wall roaring, and the giants of Europe are watching every touch. He is unpredictable in the purest sense. Even his own teammates don't know which way he'll break. Therefore, the biggest club in the world moves. Summer 2017. Barcelona sign him for a reported fee that could rise to around €140 million, one of the most expensive transfers in history. Around €140 million, reported. For a 20-year-old, brought in to help fill the hole left by Neymar. The Camp Nou wants a miracle. It wants the next great number. And for a few flashes, it gets one. A curling finish, a burst past two men. The talent is undeniable. But the body has other plans. The hamstrings go. Once, then again, then again. Weeks become months. The prodigy becomes a name on the treatment table. Every time he returns, he dazzles. Every time he dazzles, he breaks down again. And the story stops being about football. The headlines harden. Fragile. Unfulfilled. Wasted. A €140 million question mark that Barcelona can't seem to answer. And it's unfair, in a way. Injuries are not laziness. A hamstring is not a character flaw, but the label sticks anyway. He does win. Reported La Liga and Copa del Rey titles come in those years. He is part of it, but he is never quite the heartbeat of it. So here is the cruelty at the centre of his story. The more brilliant the flashes, the louder the question, what if he never lasts a season? And yet, rewind one moment. Because in the middle of all this doubt, there was already a medal most players only dream of. 2018, Russia. A 21-year-old Dembele is part of the France squad that wins the World Cup. A champion of the world, already. So the talent was never the question. The world had seen it lift the biggest trophy there is. The question was whether he'd ever build on it. By his final Barcelona seasons, healthier spells return. The assists climb. The flashes stretch into something like form. But the story needs a new stage. 2023. He goes home, to Paris. Paris Saint-Germain. A fresh start after 6 years of being called what he wasn't. At first, it's familiar. Out wide. Beating men, missing chances. The same old chorus of what could have been. Therefore, a coach makes a decision that changes everything. Luis Enrique looks at his winger and sees a centre forward. He pulls Dembele inside, into the middle. A false nine, dropping, spinning, arriving late where nobody can track him. And suddenly the two-footed unpredictability isn't a party trick on the touchline. It's a weapon in the most dangerous space on the pitch. He scores, and scores, and scores. The freedom, the trust, it unlocks a player nobody thought they'd see. Every doubt about consistency, he answers with a run of form that carries an entire club. But form on its own isn't redemption. Redemption needs a stage this big. The Champions League. The one trophy Paris had chased for years and never held. He drives them through it. Goals, pressing, ruthless movement between the lines. The wasted talent is now the one dragging a team to a final. And on the biggest night in the club's history, PSG win it. Their first ever Champions League, reported as the crown of a treble. A reported treble. The Champions League, at last. And at the heart of all of it, the man they said was finished. Think about the distance travelled. From the treatment table in Barcelona to lifting Europe as the driving force of a champion. But the individual reckoning was still coming. Because when the world votes for its single best player, it doesn't forgive easily. The Crown. 2025. The Ballon d'Or. Ousmane Dembele is named the best footballer in the world. The label, wasted, burned to nothing. The boy from Vernon. The €140 million gamble. The fragile one. Number one on earth. And it makes a strange kind of sense. The gift was always generational. It just needed patience, a role, and a body that finally held. From what a waste to the world's best in barely 2 years. Redemption isn't a moment for him, it's the entire arc. So there's only one mountain left. The one he touched as a boy in 2018, but as a passenger, not a leader. 2026, the World Cup. And this time, Ousmane Dembele arrives as one of France's most important players. Not the raw kid off the bench anymore. The reigning best player in the world, carrying a nation's expectation on 2 brilliant feet. France reach the knockout rounds. The tension tightens with every match, and now the draw hands them a test that means everything. Spain. France meets Spain. 2 of the finest teams on the planet, and a knockout tie that could define his year. Everything he is, the 2 feet, the false 9, the years of doubt turned to steel, walks onto the pitch against Spain. And this is where we leave him. On the edge of the biggest question of his life, not answered, only asked. Can the redeemed prodigy, the wasted talent turned best on earth, do the one thing that would complete it all? Win a World Cup, as the best player alive. The boy they wrote off, one match from the story ending exactly as it began, with a chance nobody thought he'd get. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Beyond the Boots for more. The boots tell the story. We just follow the footsteps.